Alright. Hey, thanks Odium for pinning the bingo card. We're back. I'm still setting up a little bit chaotic. Just give me a sec. Alright, I replace the pin. No spoilers for the Formula 1 race, which is starting soon. Which I watched it in the evening, so I don't want to know what's going on there. Right. So yeah, what were we doing? A big thunderstorm rolled right over our building and decided to cut it out until it passed. It was quite a heavy one. So I don't actually know. I spoke with on Discord with a couple people, and somebody said it's not a thing anymore that electric stuff gets yeeted if a lightning bolt strikes unfavorably. And I have to say, I never questioned that. It is one of those things that my mother taught me when I was 5 years old. So now it's true by default, and I don't even think about reconsidering that. I didn't even think about that. But so let me know your experiences. Does it still happen or no? Because I guess it also kind of depends on where in the world you are. Right now I'm not in the most first world country possible. Modern technology sometimes have surge protection. Poster. Yeah, I don't have any of that. Power does sometimes go out here, so not really sure I should risk it. Alright, stream today. Let's just recap the first part then, quickly. Didn't do much yet. We are preparing to go to Vulcanus. We are researching the first yellow technology. Looks like science is going down for some reason. Doesn't seem to have an apparent reason. Maybe it's just random fluctuations. "60-second technology." Is it about that? Shouldn't be. Let's speed up the game a bit. It's going up again, it's going up again. Okay, weird. Do we have iron and copper? We might be out of iron actually. No, we're not. Alright. Okay, recap. We have green lights on the Johnnies now because we need to mine uranium. Uranium is used for biolabs. So we're gonna need to get our hands on some of that. Possibly in rare quality, so we're gonna go for mining quality uranium and trying to get some quality shiny green rocks. It may or may not make it easier to get the required amount of rare biolabs later on, but we decided it would be better just to try mining quality ore. And for the rest, we've just started preparing for Vulcanus. We're making engines again, so that we can make more rare mining drills. As well as some uncommon ones here as well. We are making a whole lot of speed modules with uncommon, that's going to be a lot, with uncommon ingredients here. Trying to get as many rare as we can. The rest gets recycled away. So this is going to be our supply to make Mark III assemblers once we return from Vulcanus. With the necessary purple signs to research those. We're going to need a ton of those, 4 for every single assembly machine. And just on Norvis we already have 800 of those machines, so that is that's almost 3,500 rare quality Mark 1 speed modules, so I think that's a good plan to try to get a bunch of those. We're gonna need more of those for other planets as well, ultimately. I think we have a belt problem. I don't know why. Neither side of the belt is backed up here. Right, we have an iron gear problem. We probably have a distribution issue, to be honest. This is not the best best way, I think. There might be some fluctuations in consumption rate going on here and there. Back to 2124, but there was a slight wobble. Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. It's not that important. I'm not that concerned about an exact SPM at the moment. As long as it's just roughly 2124 exactly, I'm happy. Right. So now we're basically just thinking what else do we need to do before going to Vulcanus. One of the things is we need to redesign oil, because this is running out very fast, and by very fast I mean 12 hours and it will be gone. I'm not refining enough oil to keep up with current demands. 85k against, okay, it's even worse than I thought. The discrepancy is much larger. I thought it was 27k, it's almost 40k between production and consumption. So that's definitely something which needs to happen. Yeah, and the petroleum gas is running out faster than oil, so... Okay, so uranium mining, we need to upgrade oil. Is it in the list? No. And maybe a remotely configurable bot mall. We also need some more bots in this logistics area over here, especially if we want to load like 14,000 plastics on board instead of just a couple thousand rocket parts ingredients directly. Okay, so it does appear that we are overproducing. I hope this can fork in 14,000 plastic per time frame fast enough. I think it should. 2 a second times 8, so that's, let's say 15 a second times 3600. It can do 54,000 plastics an hour. That should be okay. 14,000 plastics for the moment. We can do that almost 4 times per hour, so this should be good. The weird things that can bottleneck me in this playthrough, man, is things you wouldn't even look at normally. Alright, so uranium mining, more bots, more oil, and then just loading the stuff on the calcite hauler. It's back again at Vulcanus already. We're making quite the amount of flights now. Alright, so let's load up and continue. It looks like mixed experiences with the lightning stuff. Alright, thanks everybody for the input on that. I think I just will continue to be careful with that. Alright. So what will we start with? I think we'll start with uranium mining because that's the most fun. Uranium mining. Let's make a tiny list here. So uranium mining. Oil upgrade. It's the bare minimum of things we need to do. More bots. For silos. That's gonna be very easy. We can start with that. That is just some hand feeding. Everybody loves some hand feeding. Everybody loves hand feeding. I'll keep telling myself that. And I think we also need more iron for base. And then we can leave. Because currently we're trying to draw 2 red bells of iron off of here, but this is basically it's run out, especially this side. So that is going to fail. And then we don't have enough iron incoming. So the idea is, I looked at it already, this mining patch still has 4 bells. And it has 4 million in there. That's the old mine for engines, pipes and gears. It goes over to this furnace area. We can just connect these bells to these output bells. And these go all the way back to the base, I think. So we don't need to do any other belting. We don't even need to upgrade it to red belts. As 4 yellow belts equate to red belts. So we just put it on there. And yeah, it should arrive right here. And then we can just hook it in. We even have the 2 red belts empty here. Alright, then we load the ship and head off to Vulcanus. Yeah, the belt thing is really weird. I'm gonna, for now, assume that is fluctuations, so I'll just insert a lot of those for a second, and that should hopefully fix the problem. It's not gonna fix the problem. Alright, first up, uranium mining. Let's go. Don't want any modules or beacons, except a couple specific ones. We will need to make some centrifuges for that. So we did make a blueprint for that earlier on. Why are there still steel furnaces on my hotbar, man? I've got assembly machines Mark 1 and I just took over the steel furnaces. So be it. So we're going to need a couple things. 102 quality modules. I think we got those. That is the last. We don't quite got those. We do got those. I switched this on again, apparently. That is the wrong thing to switch on. Okay, so all we want is quality. And we got 4 rare beacons in there with regular efficiency modules, alright. Sure, designing mic. Super expensive beacons and normal quality efficiency modules. Fine. We need to make 24 centrifuges. 28 even. 2800 concrete. I think I have that still. Yeah, we do. zinc. Four-second crafting time. I think we just want regular ones. There's no real reason to try to roll for one or two better ones over here. Alright. That means 2800 red chips, 2800 gears. I hope we still have those. We do. $2,800 red chips and steel. 1400 steel. Alright, that's easy enough. That is not even a hand feeding amount, that is a hand crafting amount. Especially if you don't want quality results. I think I should save that for that annoying guy. Who makes the edits. 28 centrifuges. That's like a minute and a half at the most. This is what we've got so far for Vulcanus supplies. And we'll fine tune the rest later. We're gonna need a lot of chests to save up all of the uranium, I feel. I have no idea how many exactly, but it's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of regular inserters as well. Let's just take 500 of each. Uranium always requires a stupid amount of storage if you want to pre-produce it. Let's see, anything else we're missing? Pipeworks. Most of the pipes should be placed in that nest already. We need some backup lasers, but we got those. We got 2 productivity modules. I should get those. I think the rest, just the mining drills. We're out of rare ones, so it's gonna be... It's gotta be the uncommon ones then. It's uranium though. Uranium is basically infinite. Drink lekker een slokje en succes. Thanks, Dennis. Adonis. Double Donis. I'm suspicious your name is Donis. That doesn't sound right. If you're Dutch. I didn't even check the advantage of higher quality ones. I think it's just faster. Yeah, they're just faster, it appears. So, same like assemblers and stuff. But it's too annoying to get the resources in higher quality at the moment, especially the concrete. So, let's just not do that. Maybe some more power lines would be good. We got some of the rest. It's close by enough that we can walk back if we are missing anything. I might just belt it back to the base instead of collecting it here. I mean, it is right up here. I don't think we're gonna be using these anymore. Okay, we got a decent-ish green chip mole now. I don't see any. I'm not gonna make solar panels anymore. We've got nuclear power now. So if we are ever in need of more power again, it's gonna be nuclear. And I got a couple chests saved up, so I think this can go. Hey C-Rex, thanks for the 15 months. I don't know if you're still here, Blake Dog, but I saw you just subscribed as well when I logged off the first time. Anything else then? Maybe some more red belts. Maybe some more yellow belts. I think this is a yellow belt occasion. If we had turbo belts, if we had green belts, I would use those for uranium. But we don't. I got my trash slots laser turrets, so we can safely deconstruct part of that biter base. I have the minimap off. So the southern part is gonna exist here. I'm gonna have to make sure that all my bots do the work here. I gotta be able to paste it somewhere. Sure. Alright, so this was just for testing purposes. We do need sulfuric acid to come in. I think this part is okay. We can copy all of this. This is where the miners go. I think I can copy this. And if I switch on my own Roboport, like this, everything should be done by my own bots, which I have on me. So I suppose. Let's go. You can see the beacons are in the way of some pipes. Maybe I should place some lasers close by before doing that. Slightly. Yeah, this covers most of it, I think. I should not be placing stuff outside of my base over there. Alright, so that works. It changed something in this version. The belts are no longer moving in the copy-paste tool. That is new, I think. I updated to the latest version. Okay, let's try. Ah, okay, that guy targeted me immediately. Behemoth spawn immediately, alright. Okay, that could have gone worse, but also could have gone better. We got the laser turrets in place now, so I don't really need to be scared. We can now plop the rest down, I think. The mining drills will not be placed though, because... I can. I think this will be placed now, let's go. This part. That's just the centrifuges. I designed it around rare mining drills, but this does not exist. So we just need to downgrade the quality. And put those in there. That might cause some, more guys to spawn. Okay, we survived that. Alright, so now we got a nice nested uranium mine here. Some extra connected pipes will deliver some sulfuric acid to the mine as well as to this biter base. This biter base is going to be very acidic. Alright, that means we should be able to delete this now. And I forgot the productivity modules. We'll go over how it works once we come back with the sulfuric acid. Alright, and we'll need to put a chest system somewhere. Do we do that in the base? I think we do that in the base. Bring all sulfuric acid. Or bring all uranium down to some storage area, maybe over here. Above this section. The storm was not fun. It was not one of those where it is very visible. It was one of those where you're right in the middle of it and you cannot see to the other side of the street. How far away is artillery? Technically not that far. We've got some yellow signs set up. It's gonna take a while to produce 1.5 million of them at the current speed. But technically we only need to set up the Vulcan science pack and we can start researching it. Will match the oil pipeline on the side. I guess we'll respect the trees. It's no longer really necessary. Okay, the trees will automatically be respected. It's no longer really necessary, but just to keep in team with the rest of the stuff. That is outdated as well. I suppose it will stay for now. It's not forbidden to build north of here. I could try to store it here. I kinda reserve this for quality. I think it does not really matter too much where it is going. Probably want to use good quality power lines. Let's go 8 chests deep for now. Maybe 12. $128 chests of storage. I think that's approximately right. It's a 0.7% chance, right? So 7 over 1000. Times 128. This is not the way to calculate it, but it's close enough. Alright. So this basically means one chest of shiny green rocks will not fill up before all of these fill up with dark green rocks. That is what it means. Okay, that's good enough then. We'll do it as such. Are we sorting out quality? I think we are sorting out quality. Can maybe do the quality in the bottom 4. What is the quality percent chance anyway? We got 13% of the ore will be quality. And then another 6% here will be quality. Okay, so that does not match up. We have multiplicative quality going on, and then I don't know how to calculate it anymore. So I suppose what we'll do is... we can still do this. We'll devote all of this to quality and all of this to regular green rocks. And then we'll do a special one for... We'll just collect all shiny green rocks in 3 separate chests or something. So that means we want to bring this in over here. Quality 2 and quality 3. Sure. We do need to filter off any shiny green rocks as well, of any quality, and that goes somewhere else, but I think that's alright. Can I click to save my life? Just connecting all the chests with one network so we can read out the total amount of shiny green rocks which we have access to. That should do it. Alright, now we hover over the power line and we should see it. Shiny green is the wrong belt. That might be correct. I don't even think we need to do something specific for that. That is way too optimistic here, but can just do this and then we'll only allow quality through to the last one. We're not gonna fill up one single chest at all, so I think this can even just combine. We'll have a chest of shiny green rocks. A chest of uncommon green rocks. And a chest of normal green rocks. So this passes through all of those things. And then the rest is quality dark rocks. I know it's uranium, but looks like we need some lights anyway. Putting the rare quality as the last chest in the list is not a good idea, as in with the previous chest clocks. Yeah, we could do the other way around. Yeah, that's true. If one chest clogs, then the rest cannot go through anymore. It has to be done the other way around. Yeah, we're not gonna fill up a single chest with these. Alright, you know what? Let's keep things simpler. Nobody will know that those chests are not connected in the regular way. Also, this looks a little bit less dumb. And it's a little bit less likely to clog up in general, I think. Right, the point was that, yeah, the point was that those were not powered. It does seem very unlikely that these will ever miss to grab a rare quality shiny uranium. And if they do, it's gonna be a long time before it clogs up anyway. Let's complete the loop anyway. Alright. That is not 500 chests and 500 inserters, I suppose. Alright, we are 9 minutes away from the 2-hour point where we need to check which quality chests are gonna clog up after how much time. We're gonna solve the oil problem, so that won't be the limiting factor anymore. It's gonna be one of the quality chests. Right now though, we are making 160 sulfuric acid a second. These can do 80 a second. Slightly less because we provide 6.4 out of the 6.8. Alright, we'll call it 150 a second instead of 160. If we need to, we can calculate it more precisely. Let's see, how much sulfuric acid do we need? I don't even know if we have enough. 2 chips takes 1.87 times 12. So that uses 22 sulfuric acid per second. Batteries take 6.8 times 12. That is more. 104 sulfuric acid a second. How much do we need here? 1 per mining operation. I suppose it's 1 per mining speed, then mining speed is 2 per second times 12 drills. So is that just 24? That is just 24 sulfuric acid a second, right? Mining speed 2 per second and we require 1 per mining operation. Productivity is gonna be free. Like the productivity bonus research. So we should end up at 130 sulfuric acid a second for the base requirements if everything is running at full speed. So it looks like we don't need to expand on sulfuric acid then. Just need to bring it out. One uranium miner pointing to a power pole, alright. Which genius designed that? Oh, I hope that is not the... Is that a... Is that a designer oopsie? Okay, no, we do not need to block that spot. We are one tile off there, so... I think I just misplaced this drill over here. This drill needs to be placed here. That's gonna spawn some more biters likely though, so we'll hold off. Does it though? No. 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 I think we can safely do this. No, we cannot. Oh god. Why did I do that? Why did I not save? Run. Grab stuff. I cannot build stuff outside of that range either. Behemoth biters as well. Alright. Okay, we only lost pipes, I think. Yeah, we only lost pipes. Means these are probably out of their spare pipes. No? Ah, we collected a couple pipes. They're supposed to have 2 pipes, alright. I guess that cost us a couple repair packs. But sure. That could have been much worse. Ah, okay, what happened is they spawned onto here. Okay, they spawned. We can have this space open. Wait, no, I'm talking out of my behind. I think they spawned over here, not over here. That's fine, we'll keep it like this anyway. How is this not in the bingo card? Well, it doesn't happen that often. I guess you could count it as the Johnnies shooting me. They're on the Johnnies team, at least. Why are we farming biters? They like sucking pollution out of the sky if they can spawn. Which means we don't need to worry about our pollution cloud. As the biters are sucking it out of the sky. Right, sulfuric acid. A pipeline is already going this way. It should be fairly easy to connect it. This is heavy oil though. Sulfuric acid goes here. Guess we can just draw it out of the end from blue chips. It is a temporary. It's not a temporary mine, but I have no idea where the pipeline is supposed to be flowing later on, so probably shouldn't worry about it at the moment. We'll place a pipe in the opposite direction here. could go up to the oil pipeline instead here. Okay, that's how you do it without getting stuff in your inventory. I have oil problems, so not really problems, but I guess I'll pump it back in there. Is that gonna connect the mines? I think so. I don't need to do that if I just do this. Alright. That's sulfuric acid. We should be good to go then. Oh, when will the video be out? It probably will be sometime still. I'm about 2/3 of the way done. I got a good 2 solid days of work left to do on it, I think, for the next one. And then it goes on Patreon first. It is night time. I guess that's a good time to switch this on. Here in the middle of the sulfuric acid base. I need to be able to walk up. So we'll see at what rate this is going to produce. Shiny uranium rocks. There we go. We're mining it. Okay, there's, oh, quality. Look at that, quality. Alright, so how does it work? We filter off the normal quality here. That gets refined as usual with quality modules. We have a chance to get either of the quality results. And then all the quality ore goes up on the sides. Quality 2 goes at the bottom here, and quality 3 goes to the end. And that one should have productivity, but I failed to put those in. So we're gonna collect that before that one starts. Top 2 miners don't have juice. I think I originally designed it with 16 drills, but then I decided that was too many and put the efficiency beacons in. And I suppose these still had some left inside when I deleted those, so I didn't see that. Right. Looks like I might have severely overestimated the amount of machinery I need for this. I guess this is still fine-tuned around the 16 drill variant as well. I really didn't have too much time to fine-tune everything. Oh well, better too many than not enough. I need my productivity modules, 2 of them. Because what we have in quality is gonna be we're gonna make the most out of it. If we have the rare quality, it should be productivity moduled. And we're getting the rare ore at a decent rate, apparently. So now we just need to get lucky with the 0.7% chance over there, which, yeah. I don't know how much we're going to be getting out of that. Alright, better too many than not enough. We've built it now, there's no other purpose for it. If I need the quality modules for something else, I will come and reclaim those, but for now they can stay in there. We did not yet go to Vulcanus, now we are preparing to go there. The rare shiny green chest has inserted to uncommon shiny green. The rare shiny green chest has inserted to uncommon shiny green. Something is very wrong. The sideways inserters on the storage chest. Alright. Between the boxes. Here everything looks alright. Alright, these two inserters, yeah. Thanks. Right. No rage baiting here, no rage baiting going on, except for the hand feeding area. But it's just my playstyle. You just have to deal with that. Alright, that should be alright then. It's not gonna fill up, I don't need to worry. This is gonna fill up before any of the southern part. Let's see if it works. The mouse over 79 and 13 and 0 shiny green rocks as of yet. But we do get some quality dark green rocks flowing. Alright. Now we got a nice sulfuric acid biter based base up here as well. If these spitters spawn now, their acid will be extra sharp, so we gotta be careful of that. I'm kind of annoyed that I overbuilt centrifuges, but I'm gonna ignore it. We have places to go, and those places are called Vulcanus. That's one thing off the list. Mine uranium. Let's do the easy thing now. The easy thing is more bots for silos. I got 100 bots in there. We have 8 roboports. So we could house 1400 bots or so. No? We could house 2800 bots. I think 1k bots would be nice to have, so we'll need 900 more. The question is, do we need logistics bots for Vulcanus? I haven't even thought about that at all. If we're just going to be producing science and purple science and calcite, and then just leave it alone, I don't think we'll need logistics bots here. I might be wrong. I don't think I want different quality logistics bots everywhere, so I'm also just going to make those. Could make them by hand. 900 is a lot though. 450 seconds, yeah, that is too annoying. But we cannot do that because it's quality anyway. Right. Quality. Did somebody mention quality? I think I mentioned quality. Okay, check mark. Farming check marks. More bots for silos. We're gonna go insert those. I think the building the mine is not gonna take too much time. Redesigning oil could take a bit of time, depending on how that goes. Alright, 1k bots. That is looking a lot better in terms of loading speed. Looks like the calcite ship has returned. I'll be impressed if we get enough rare, use 235 for rare Coverex. Bot speed 3 is about to complete. So we need to select the next technology, and I overshot my time by 10 minutes here. Okay, I did make a save 10 minutes ago. We're gonna use that one to look at the quality stuff, I suppose. 1k bots for silos. We need a new tech. The Coverex or not the Coverex, that's the question. It does not really seem necessary, given that we only need 13 rare biolabs, so that is less shiny green rocks in quality than we need out of this. I am unfamiliar though with what uranium is used for these days. We won't be mass producing nukes or nuclear fuel. Fuel cells can... You don't need Coverex to make enough fuel cells. I guess you could just mine that single patch and use Coverex to make fuel cells and then just run forever on that one patch. Maybe that would be nice. We just need some for biolabs and maybe a lot for captive biter spawners in the late game, but there is not really a reason to research Coverex already. If you really think about it, if you want to be as stingy as possible, we should first go for biolabs and only then research all technologies which are not required before biolabs, because we'll save half of the science packs, so half of the resources on those. Then there are two options. Okay, well, we don't need to redesign oil. We might not need to redesign oil because we have red and green technologies to research in the terms of the inserter stack size, as well as some damage upgrades over here. Which don't require blue signs, so that means oil should be pooling up again, a little at least. I would rather have oil up to standards though, because I don't have a good reason for that, do I? No, we still do. Yellow signs is going to be running all the time. And that is half of the oil. There's still more oil than we are producing, I think. I need something to sink my research in though, or I just need to stop researching. I mean, this is kinda... We need to take on bigger demolishers later on, so going here would be okay. I kinda want to fight some demolishers at low tech level though, so I don't really want to complete this just yet. I want to see what we can do at the stupid low tech level, which this playthrough is kinda about. I think we'll just do Coverx. Just keep everything going, just see if the base is working correctly. And then we can postpone doing Fast and Server for a bit still. So let's do that. We'll select the technology and then I'll save. With good turrets setup, 2 damage, 2 speed can kill small and mediums. I got 2 damage and 0 speed. I think that won't make too much of a difference. Yeah, then I definitely want to... oh yeah, the overheating nuclear reactors is a thing as well. Oh, hey, achievement. Forgot about that, we get one. Research with artillery. Oh, we got faster bots now. We need to build something. Whoa, look at that speed. Alright, I messed that up. Now they go to this network. This was the button I was looking for. Can I still outrun my bots? Yes, I can still outrun my bots. I think that's no longer going to be the case though as soon as we got bot speed 4. As soon as we got bot speed 4, they won't be able to catch up with me anymore. No, you won't. I'm still faster. Alright. I'm gonna watch the race in the evening, so no spoilers, please. Right, we got the 1k bots then. We got this. What we need to do now is... we need to do the quality check. I'm just gonna use this save over here. As here we are exactly 2 hours after I emptied all the chests. Let me take a look. 3:56 hours and 20 minutes. All quality chests were emptied simultaneously. So now we're just going to take a look at how much stuff is here in there. We're just going to count all the chips together. So this is 3 stacks combined. 3 stacks in 2 hours, so that is 6 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 36. Okay, this is... I think I want to put a value on it. 6, 42, 44, 46, 48. This is about 50 hours. Blue chips will be able to stash for about 50 hours before it clocks. Red chips is... This is 3 stacks. The red chips has 2 stacks per chest. So this entire area can do 50 hours of production before it clocks after we empty it. Right? I guess I'll write it in a notepad here. 50 hours blue red. Let's check the other setups where quality stuff is produced. We got this red chip area over here. That is a bit annoying to read. I guess we can just stash everything in one chest. So we got 5 chests and this chest is filled for... 48. Let's say 48 slots are filled out of the 76. And we got 76 times 5. And we got 48 slots filled in 2 hours. So this will clog up after only 16 hours. Okay, that is bad. That is not a lot of time. So red chips is 16 hours. What about here? I think we gotta take this over here. This is also not great. This together is 1 sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 out of 76. That is even faster, isn't it? 7 out of 76. 76 divided by 7 then. That's gonna clog up after 11 hours. Green chips for reds. 11 hours. Alright, so that means we don't need to do anything about this setup. And before we do anything about the red chips themselves, we should do something about green chips over here. Potentially we can lower the quality modifier, I suppose. Not really sure if I want to do that. Alright, here we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks per chest, which is also not great. That will be 13 hours. Green chips for bot frames, 13 hours. How about steel? It's a bit of a weird case. Let's just put everything in the center. Looks like about 11 slots out of 3 times 76. $20 there. Oh wait, that's for 2 hours. 40 hours for steel. But that means that's good news. That means I also did that for red chips over here. Pretty sure. Or did I? No, I did not do that for red chips. I did do that for green chips, I think. One, two, 7. Yeah, green chips has 22 hours. Green chips has 22 hours. And then bot frames will have 26 hours instead of 13. So that means green chip is the bottleneck. We gotta multiply by 2 because it's a 2-hour time frame which we are measuring. This should not be more than steel, or is it? That is 4 slots. There's also about 40 hours for the gears. This should be the same. This should fill up at the same ratio. So 40 hours or 38 hours for pipes and gears. Pipes, gears, 38 hours. Actually, steel should be exactly the same there as well, should it? Maybe not. No, steel is not the same, because steel is also used for bot frames, and I got more storage for steel. And I got better quality modules in steel, so it's completely different. Alright. That looks to be okay. We've got 11 slots here. So 76 times 4 divided by 11 times 2. That's 55 hours. Engines. 46 hours. I'm just gonna take the lowest common denominator. Looks like bot frames would be the first. If it had only 4, we can basically delete these extra chests for bot frames then. And then it will still be 40 hours for the engines and bot frames area. So everything is around 40 hours. Engines and bot frames. 40 hours does sound like enough time to do the Vulcanus part. The only thing that's not 40 hours is red chips and green chips for bot frames. Red chips says 16 hours, so we need to at least increase storage capacity by 2.5. And all the green chip stuff has to kind of double, and then we'll be safe, I think. Alright. Yeah, I did set the biters free by accident. We can jump back into the... If you tune into the stream, there's a 99% chance Mike has a chest open. That's not true. Even if I'm chest stacking, it's like a 50-50 chance. I guess you have a point. Alright, here we go then. Covrex enrichment process just to keep the labs busy. Alright then, so this area is okay. It can hold on for 40 hours. This can hold on for 40 hours even if we have only one set of chests, so I'll do that. This can hold on for 40 hours. This can hold on for 40 hours, but this cannot. This needs to double. There's no easy way to do that, I think. I was kind of liking that it was compact. Well, so be it. Alright, that is this more than doubled. This should clog up after 26 hours, so that's now gonna be over 50, almost 60 hours probably. 60 hours on this. This is gonna be a bit more tight. I don't really have the space to double it here. Oops. There goes the stats on that machine. Yeah, we're gonna have to create a little bit of space. Although doubling it is gonna be a bit tricky. There's 3 chests per machine. That's 1, 2, no, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. That's gonna be mixed. 2.5. I guess the solution is putting it on a belt. That could be 1. That's 3 chests, I suppose. That's 4. Let's do 4 here as well. Alright, I'm stuck in the middle of the chests. Right, so there's 4 chests extra there. Here it's a lot easier. Alright, we'll just go overboard a little. There's way too many chests. Can the inserters even keep up though? That's the question. We are producing 4.5 chips a second with a 13% quality chance, which is 1 in 9-ish, so it's half a quality chip a second. We should be able to keep up with just one inserter outputting. And that is going to be heck on earth to move later. I suppose that is the way it's gonna be. Out of quality chests. I think the ship is... Oh, the ship is already back. Drop the quality chests, that's the last ones. Alright, we're finally using the 2K SPM space science system, feeding out half of the science from the chest. Alright, that's powered now as well. So there was 3 chests, now there's 5 chests. So we added 5, so that's gonna last for 50 plus hours as well. Then the last thing is red chips themselves. The red chips themselves, they need to be multiplied by 2.5. I think this is the first area that's gonna clog up then, but I think that's fine. 50 hours almost. 50 hours, man, that should be good enough, right? 50 hours should be good enough. 40 hours. It's 40. Hours, but this we need a larger area for that. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna belt those out. We've got 20 chests in total, so we need 50 50 chests in total for red chips. I think I'm best off just putting them onto a belt. Maybe doing something dumb like this. $50 chests. Sure, let's also use rare inserters because we can. Everything is powered except for these two. Okay, so instead of that going there, it will have to go here. And I probably just want to use red belt, because we might be producing a lot of red chips a second. Alright, so this area is obsolete now. Alright, so that means everything is up for 67 to 48. Everything is up for at least 50 hours or so of quality production. And if this is not going to be enough red chips to finish the playthrough when it's full, then I don't know what is anymore. So that's going to be it, I suppose. If this is going to be 40 hours, then one more is going to be 50 as well. It's going to look dumb, but... This is one chest, this is two, this is 1.5. Alright, that should be 50 hours of quality production. Everything has been... Oh, this one as well. Oh, dang it. There is one more green chip set up. Can I just super force that? That would be really nice. It has to be flipped, perhaps. No? I think I can do that. Everything is 50-hour quality safe. That is some proper quality. No, wait. We have to first move these chests over manually. Okay, now it will fit, I think. I don't see much of a problem. Let's click the button and hope for the best. We might not have enough quality chests again. 7. We're missing 7 quality chests and some inserters. We've spent literally all quality chests we took. Yeah, so we'll have to make some. I don't really want to make a lot, so let's just do this. Oh, that's the home chest. We'll devote 2 stacks of steel, but not more because quality steel is still a bit tight. I think this is a mistake. This is too much quality. I'm going overboard with it. But man, Mark III modules, man. Mark III modules are incredibly expensive. I don't know. And we don't have good methods of amassing quality quickly. Not really. So we gotta start early and just amass. If I have too much, it's not such... if I have too much, the annoying thing is I just need to move it. But if I have not enough, that could be a problem. And we will end up waiting for 50 hours to produce enough stuff to make modules or something. That's gonna be even more annoying than moving this later, I suppose. So I guess it's gonna stay the way it is. I'm gonna save that here then, because I didn't have enough. Yeah, 50 hours. It can produce for 50 hours, so we'll empty everything out just before we go to Vulcanus, and then we have 50 hours to get rid of everything. Do a hydrate, that's a good plan. One roboport with 1 construction bot and 1 storage chest. Remove the quality modules. Ah, no. Science is gonna die. That's the risk. Life should be not 100% safe. Let's rebalance. Oh, that was the quality check. The quality check was not in the list of things to do, so we'll add it. 50 hours approved. And of course, the seal of a good quality thing is a check mark. In fact, it should be a double check mark. It by itself is a check mark. 50 hours of quality. So 2 things left to do, the oil upgrade and more iron for the base. How's oil doing? Yeah, it's going fast, man. 15k. This is kind of stable. 2368. This dropped by 500, but this dropped from 19.3 to 15.3. This dropped by 4,000 already. Alright. I think this is an editor moment because I don't have surplus quality stuff to just build around on. We did save afterwards, so editor design oil. Right. The easiest way, I guess, is just to give me all of this. Alright. Then I'll deposit my inventory in a chest. We'll go in editor mode. And I can take that out. And I have my inventory now. So we need to design something that is faster. With the rare quality oil processing things. Let's switch on global power network. So we can see the effects of what we're doing. My question is, do we go full beacon or not? Let's first see. We can see the production graph. What are we doing and what do we need? 48k a minute. Production is, I think production is 56k a minute when we are not producing rocket fuel, and when then the cargo ship returns we produce rocket fuel, which takes up a bunch of light oils that cannot get cracked, and we drop down to 40k. I think we see the same... no, we don't. I think that's what's going on. So let's take the average then, 51k. Let's say we are producing 50k at the moment. We need to produce 87k, so let's say we need to produce double of what we do now. So how do we achieve producing double of what we do now? That's then the question. This absorbs 41 oil a second, which means we need to absorb, if we use the same amount of oil processing over here, which I think we might want to try using the same amount or less. This absorbs 800 oil a second. So our goal is to absorb 1600 oil a second. And then we should be good for a while. I don't know what the end oil result is for yellow signs. I think that's kind of something we are going to have to wing instead of plan out. I can have a quick look at my Excel. Once everything is productivity moduled, what should we be doing? Petroleum gas for yellow signs, 40k a minute. 600 a second. Looks like we're looking for a total petroleum gas count of at least 62,000 for yellow signs and blue signs combined. Then we still have rocket parts, which I did not calculate. We are at 87k now, so something might be wrong with my calculations. 87k a minute. We're doing sulfuric acid for mining as well. Okay, looks like we're just going to be winging it. My calculations might be off. Maybe productivity is going to bring down the cost by a lot, but I'm not sure about that. Let's just double it. For now, we'll do the rest once we set up 2k SPM from yellow signs. So our goal is 1600. We'll go productivity in here then. It kind of makes sense to do now. Which means we need speed and efficiency to beacon it back up. We can use our finest modules, perhaps. Playtime, so we get updates. Okay, I kind of have this set up over here with the beacons, where one side is... I think that should work the same. Even have one less productivity module in there, so we should be able to do this on one side and this on the other side if we make a line out of it. Let's copy that. And the other side was cheap efficiency modules. That is minus 80% because we have one less productivity module in there, which means it is not that fast really. I guess it's because productivity modules. It does 68 oil a second. This is 41, so we are not fast enough. That is almost 80 oil a second and minus 68% energy consumption. Let's use the good modules and see if we can So this is how I design my stuff usually. It takes forever. What if we just have all of these? We're gonna be very fast, but we're gonna produce a lot of pollution. Now we're at minus 66, 86 oil a second. This is more than twice as fast and it runs almost at minimum pollution. That is not quite twice as fast, but it does run at full minimum pollution. I think we go for this kind of setup. We could enclose it fully with beacons. But what could we do if we go full enclosed? A 138 oil a second, but we need a bit of lowering in there. 93%, plus 34%, minus 25%. Okay, this is minus 80%. We do 109 oil a second if we do the enclosed thing. So to get to 1600, we would need 16 of these guys. And a lot more space if we go full beacon. Don't have artillery yet, no. And we're not worried about pollution because, yeah, we can kill them, but we also have Vital Zoos absorbing pollution. Can you add quality on the check mark? Sorry, but I saw it too late. Yeah, we're gonna get artillery on Vulcanus. That's the point now. I don't like this. This is way too much. What if I use Mark 1 pods? Should be using Mark 2 pods. Problem is that oil setup won't fit nicely on the cliff anymore. So I'm gonna have to move it. We could move it just over here for the time being. Okay, what if I just not care about productivity and the oil? Alright, that is 78 oil a second against 41, so that's almost doubled. We lose the productivity, but I think I'm going to do it. We are at minus 53% energy consumption, but that is easy fixed. That's minus 80% already. I believe efficiency modules work better in the machinery compared to productivity. Yes, minus 80%. We do 73 oil. Okay, that's not better then. Alright, that is how we're gonna do it then. Quality 2. Efficiency modules in the beacons and just speed in here. That's gonna double our oil without wasting too much time, because I think the entire beacon setup we have the same modules, the same beacons. We can get back to the ideal 20 to 5 to 17 ratio, which we currently have overbuilt it a bit because of the productivity bonus. We need a bit more cracking. So we're just going to leave it in place. We're just going to grab the modules and upgrade it. That's going to be it. How much do we need? 40 beacons, so that's 80 efficiency modules. And then we have 48 machines. which means we need 150 speed modules. We could use these because we've got those on hand. Be 70 instead of 80. Is that good enough? I think that's close enough. We'd still have the buffer, this entire buffer to go through as well. So from 50 to 87. Means 1.75 times as fast it needs to be. 41.2 times 1.75, 74, let's be accurate. Alright, so we would need speed 70, we would need to absorb 71, 72 oil a second. It does 69. Looks like that is the difference. This is 78. I guess we'll use one expensive speed module in there. That kinda should be exactly on point. One expensive speed module. That is not too expensive. 48 and... yeah, 48 expensive ones and 100 normal ones. Before we forget that, let's just go... I think I did not enter editor mode right here. Thanks, Simanelix. That is probably butchered as horrible as ever. Not even sound. Thanks, Double Donis. Does that not make a sound? I think that should make a sound. It should make the alert sound. Ah, is audio down on Twitch again? Oh god. Weird. Okay, I missed all the Fs. I'll quickly copy the stream link again for the Twitch side. The Twitch side down sound is dead. Is YouTube still up? I think YouTube is still. YouTube is still live. I walk down. That guy should walk down soon then as well. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, YouTube is still up. YouTube doesn't really have a delay either for the moment. Alright, sound should come back on Twitch after a couple minutes or so. It kind of craps out like that when there's a momentary lapse in connection. Often. What was I doing? Probably not much useful. Yeah, nuclear age is upon us. Yeah, audio will be back on. I guess I can't. Right. I lost my train of thought. That's impossible because I don't have trains. We went 358 hours without trains. Oh yeah, we were doing oil. We were doing the oil stuff. These modules, we have 40 beacons. So we need 80 of these modules. Let's just grab all of them for now. We need a couple more. 48 machines. We have 36 of those. Suppose we'll be making a couple. Should not be too hard. We have the stuff now to do it. And we are making more blue chips to do it as well. And we should have plenty of these now. Yeah, we are getting those. I'll use these first. Oh, that's all of them. I guess we're gonna be making more at some point. I think this chest is gonna fill up with rare modules before this is completely absorbed, it looks like. Alright, that is enough modules, so we'll keep it simple. Where did I catch 30 logistics bots though? Looks like upload speed has been good for the last few minutes. I sound mega robotic on YouTube. Okay, let's listen to myself on YouTube then. I'm gonna move locations in a couple of weeks and then streams should be good quality again for the foreseeable future. Streaming from here is not ideal. Alright, let's hear it. For the foreseeable future. That sounds like YouTube is trying to speed it up or something. For the foreseeable future. Ideal. For the foreseeable future. What the heck? I'm gonna move locations in a couple with rare modules before how to do it. YouTube is still up. YouTube doesn't with rare modules been good for the foreseeable future. Okay, this has nothing to do with this has nothing to do with my cables for sure. It's nothing to do with my cables for sure. I'll just check if there's a weird setting going on over here. Test, test, test. It's nothing to do with my cables for sure. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. No, I sound normal. If I make a recording on my... I'll just check if there's a weird setting going on. Test, test, test. It's nothing to do with my cables for sure. Alright, no. So that second test was the playback. If I make a recording on my... I'll just... What a weird box, man. What the heck? Twitch is fine. Twitch is back. Right, then we're gonna have a mass migration to Twitch this time, I suppose. And hope YouTube recovers audio in a bit. Could fake a disconnect and try to. Alright, did I kill my stream? Yeah, no. Are we still up? No audio again? We had audio, no audio again. YouTube audio sounds normal again. I have conflicting information here about my speed. Oh, that would be genius. This is a plot by Mike to double ad revenue. He tells us not to watch ads all the time, so now he has to make up for lost. YouTube audio is okay, Twitch audio is gone. That would be a devious ploy. Ad revenue is not that good though, that I would consider doing that. Why not just one platform until you can solve it? Yeah. Alright. We'll try it as is though. We'll try it as is. Once again. Okay, audio is on YouTube. Audio sounds normal. Let me get this correct, right? Audio on YouTube sounds normal. Audio on Twitch is gone. But it will be that will come back soon then. Then we'll just continue if that's the case. It isn't the best. Correct, yes. YouTube is normal. Alright. Twitch will be back soon then. Sorry about it. Just couple weeks and I will be in the good location for streaming purposes. And then stuff should be normal again for a couple weeks at least. Maybe I'll consider getting the Starlink. I'll look into getting the Starlink stuff. I don't really want to, but I guess if it works, at least it will solve the problems here. If there's nothing else similar available. Alright, remodule oil yet again. We know what we want this time. We can make an upgrade planner for the bots to do it. Okay, we cannot use it at the same time. Those. And those need to be upgraded to these. And then Mark 1 productivity. No, that's not gonna work. That needs to happen, and we need one of those in there. I forgot to take those. Great. You should be fine now, alright. Just install a radio tower. The thing is, when I get sidetracked a lot, right? Already when things are going fine, but with all these interruptions, I just keep losing my own train of thought every time. And I just get not a lot of stuff done. I would say fortunately we have 1000 times the time to get stuff done, but that is not quite true. I thought it would work like that when I started the playthrough, but it's not like that at all. The builds are much larger, so they require much more time to set up. And then the tech phase is also much higher than, like, in absolute terms. 2k SPM is quite a respectable amount of tech in the early game. At least 10 times higher than whatever I would normally have. So in the end, I don't really have that much more time to do stuff. Alright. I built all the oil stuff in a dumb way. So there's no real way to fast upgrade that. But this should be draggable at least. But this is all like flipped and mirrored and stuff, and if I just copy paste, then all the in and outputs get flipped and everything's gonna be a mess, so I had to be a bit careful about that. Right, then that upgrade planner for the beacons. And then we can unleash the bots, I think. Oil speed. I did a mod based on inputs, yeah. So I'm losing the productivity, you're right. That's a 10% loss. But we still have, if we're almost up to speed, then the 15 million buffer should pull us through. Especially if I also will be researching the inserter tree to get the stack bonus. That's gonna switch off blue sign, so then it's gonna build up again. It's probably gonna be good enough. I could go like full speed. We have the modules to do that. Maybe I'll do that before leaving the planet. But for now it looks like we have doubled. Should be visible almost immediately. Okay, peak went up to 76k. Why is this immediately down to 55k though? We don't have enough water. Okay, looks like we're getting in the territory where one offshore pump is no longer enough. We're producing 1200 water a second here. It's Factoria 2.0, so fluid mechanics are not really limiting anymore. There we go. That should fill things up again. Alright, that is more water than we need, but who cares about the extra pump? Okay, back up. Making 70 something K. Looks like we need to go full speed because that's 10k a minute difference still. Alright, we'll go for full speed then. Still Mark 1 quality modules. We do have some quality engines here. Let's snag those. We need the full real deal. Audio's back. Okay, nice. Low in water. Yeah, you caught that pretty quickly. Isn't Starlink mandatory for space age? I guess it is. It looks like it is. It kinda looks like it is, doesn't it? Bots are bringing me stuff. Then we need to do this a bit more accurate. Yeah, we need a couple more. Now let's see what we got out of here already. That is a giant amount of modules. Let's grab everything. Okay, that's pretty decent. We no longer have a shortage of those. We have a supply of these incoming now, so I'm no longer afraid to spend them. We already created 1000 new ones sitting in these chests over here, so let's spend these 800. I suppose we can let that run. We need about 100 of those modules. These rare modules, they no longer seem that expensive, to be honest. They seem quite okay. Alright, that should finish up. Let's just go full speed and see if we can meet demands. 10k a minute is too much of a deficit still, I think. Researching Covrex, yeah, I've got nothing else to do anymore. I'm even mining uranium now. I saw your comment last time too late. Sorry about that, Dosh. We're even mining uranium now. Quality uranium, nonetheless, right here in the Biter base. And we're hoping to get some... Oh, we already got one. We're hoping to get some rare quality uranium-235 without Coverex. Maybe we'll get enough to start rare Coverex enrichment. But yeah, we about last comment, we can still run off of the 2 plants over here. So I did add a second one, so it still is a serious page loop when you need a second sulfuric acid plant. But we did not have to expand yet again for the uranium mining. So it's not that serious yet. Now we're just going full ham on oil. I just want to get the Vulcanus, so I'm gonna waste a lot of oil by removing productivity. It is absolute hell to walk through here without the mech armor. So let's do this instead. Everything maximum speed. Coverex does not take quality modules, no. I looked at that at the beginning and decided what to do. So the only way you can make quality uranium-235 out of Coverex reasons it might be good to be able to just make more rare uranium with the captive biter spawners and such. So let's just get it. We need something to research anyway. Okay, let's see. Are we now up to speed? No, we dropped again for some reason. Do we have like fluid throughput kind of limits or what is going on? I am pumping out the oil. Yeah, that is now the problem. Can I not pump out the oil? That's then the question. How big is this? We are pumping it in. Now the pump out is the problem. We can just add parallel pumps. I think that's the easiest solution. Yeah, I should have seen that coming, right? I mean, the oil demand. I know the water demand is also in the processing right there. Looks like we're walking back yet again. Just a hiccup. A rip again. Audio gone again. Why though? Used to be a very rare problem that audio got deleted on Twitch like that, but now it happens every single time. I have no idea why. Robot Mike is back. Alright. Helium Mike? Is Helium Mike gone? Test 1 2. Normal mic is back. How is Twitch? Is there Twitch audio again? I guess if I'll have to ask it in text form, then it's not going to be back. No? Alright, that should be a couple minutes then again. Temp audio again on YouTube then. Willpower through. What else can we do? We can just give up and go to sleep. Alright, so now the problem is we are not pumping enough oil because we're pumping it out of there. I could just try connecting it and do it with the instant transmission. Okay, that works. So yeah, if you don't want to have pumping problems, don't use a pump. That's the takeaway, I suppose. Alright, let's stay in the general area here. There goes the fluid counter. 84k, 87k. That is gonna be good enough. 3k a minute, that is gonna be a lot of minutes. $3k deficit. Yeah, that's gonna be 81 hours. So this is gonna last longer than that our quality chest can accumulate stuff. So we're gonna be good here again. Is Helium Mike the editor? Wait, editing Mike is an annoying guy, but he's not that annoying. Alright, oil solved. Let's give ourselves the check mark. Market for Twitch. So the only thing we need to do is more iron for the base. Yeah, we might not go to Vulcanus today. If we've lost at least half of the streaming time and technical trouble already. Including the thunderstorm break when everything was finally going alright. Alright, we have some of these in stock again as well, so that's good. We'll probably want some for Vulcanus as well. I have no idea what to bring to Vulcanus. We might just take a trip to Vulcanus today to just do the exploration. We can just fly back and forth. We don't really need to bring over everything in the first flight. Because I don't... We gotta basically explore some terrain around here. Find the resources. Find out who lives where. You know, what type of worm lives into what type of territory. Like here we got a small one and it's defending 500,000 coal and some sulfuric acid. And in these territories we've got worms living which are defending absolutely nothing. This is Jimmy's territory, we'll respect that. It's going to be small Jimmy's territory. I'm going to aim to keep one demolisher of each size around if we can. So this is going to be small Jimmy. We're going to let him control the tungsten as well. We'll find a new tungsten source. There's some juicy looking tungsten sources here. Look at that, 7 million, 4 million, 5 million, all in one guy's territory. I'm gonna hope that's a small one, but even if it's a medium one, I think we can take it out. So I basically need to inventorize how many resources we've got available and how many science packs we can make out of those resources. And is that enough science packs to get artillery, basically, that's the question. YouTube sound is horrible again. Alright. Maybe today is just not the day then. I don't know. I mean, what can I do? Looks like I'm defeated. The biters have finally gotten the best of me. They found new ways to attack me in ways that I did not imagine to be possible. They came to my house, nibbled on my internet cables, made nests in my microphone. I don't know what's going on. Manipulate the weather, bring in the thunderstorms. The music sounds nice, helium filled. Ah, the music is heliumed as well. That proves that it's not the microphone at least. Alright, for the Twitch side, let's raid somebody. I'm gonna give up for today. It's just no fun. For me and for you. And it's just frustrating, isn't it? Let's see who else is streaming on Twitch. Right, we got Hoofnix, a fellow Dutch guy, I think. At least, if I need to judge the name, it's gonna be a Dutch guy. So let's go there. I did a bunch of testing yesterday, Satani, and Streamlabs is not a problem. Streamlabs is not a problem. I looked into Restream, but does not seem to be the solution. I might do my remaining streams then just on one platform. The remaining streams from my current location on one platform and see if that does better. But I'm not really sure that's gonna help either. Alright. Sorry for all the trouble today. It's gonna be we are not gonna go to Vulcanus. We have been thwarted by the biters in real life. We'll try again next weekend. For now, for the Twitch side, we're gonna go over to a streamer who probably has his setup under control a bit better. He has a stream titled Slow Age, so hopefully it's going to be faster than my stream. But it's still going to be some sort of slow playthrough, so let's go over there. Thanks everybody for watching, and hope to see you next time.